Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Now, I don't know what's going on with Turkey. I'm still working on like three leads with Turkey. One is a Trojan horse in NATO. Second one is definitely veering towards Russia. And the third one is just independent and it's an opportunistic government country. I'm talking about politically in the foreign policy. And I'm gonna use this article here to express again the same concern that everybody has, because they want now, the Turkish government wants to buy Su-35 from Russia because they don't get what they want from the United States of America. They ask for what, F-35 or something, and they didn't get it. They instead were offered F-16s, and they would not get F-16s when Greece takes F-35. You know what I mean? It's not only an insult, but it tells you you are way below these your enemies. They're not their friends. Their enemies, needs and whatever they get. So I don't think the I mean, it's. I see the Turkish point of view, and on the other hand, remember the Turks got S-400 air defense missile systems from Russia. Why? Again, that's a Russian military equipment. They got it because the Americans, when asked to provide them, I think, Patriot missile systems, the Americans came with some outrageous price. It's like, I know you're not going to pay it, so since I don't want to sell it to you, I will give you, hey, this is how much, these glasses, I don't want to give them to you. So I'm going to say, these glasses right here, I will sell them for $3 billion. I know you're not going to pay $3 billion for this. First, you don't have it, and if you have it, I can buy the same kind or a little bit different, good or bad, the variable is so small, from someone else for, I don't know, $300, $400, whatever it is. So the same here. They say, hey, you don't give us that? We're going to go and buy S-400s. Don't buy S-400s. So what you want me to do? Just wait for someone to hit me? No, it's not going to happen. So that's, again, who are you? I'm going to talk about this a little bit more after I read this little article coming from Sputnik, which is from today, March 6th, 2023. NATO has never met Turkey's security needs, and Russia's Sukhoi-35 is option for Ankara, Giorno says. Beautiful plane. Given that the US Congress, the Pentagon, and the CENTCOM are up in arms about Turkey's objections to Washington's policies in the last 20 years, it is very unlikely that Ankara will get their F-16 jets. Not even that. I don't think they're happy with that either, which makes Russia's Sukhoi-35 an option. Dr. Ali Demirdas, a political analyst and contributor to the National Interest, told Sputnik, even though U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken earlier insisted that selling F-16 jets to Turkey is a, and I'm quoting, national and security interest for the Biden administration, Washington has postponed the deal, prompting Ankara to announce that it may acquire more modern and less expensive fighter jets. They talked about some French ones, some British ones, I think even the Gripen or whatever, the Eurofighter, they were saying more than one variant. Now, and I'm quoting, there is a tremendous amount of anti-Turkish sentiment in US Congress, particularly among the Armenian and Greek lobbies, that has caused the bilateral relations to sour, end quote, said Dr. Ali Demirdas. And I'm quoting, added to this front are the pro-PKK Kurdish Workers' Party outlawed in Turkey and Indian lobbies. It is almost 100% that Congress will not change this negative sentiment towards Turkey. Not only that, the Pentagon, particularly CENTCOM, is fiercely averse to Turkey's objections to US policies in the last 20 years, from the rejection of March 1, 2003 motion to S-400s and Turkey's YPGs, People's Protection Units policies. All this combined, it's very unlikely that Ankara gets the jets. I believe the Russian Sukhoi-35 is an option. Despite being one of the oldest NATO member states, Turkey has been increasingly at odds with NATO over the past several years. Ankara has repeatedly opposed Washington's arming of the Kurdish-dominated People's Protection Units, YPG, in Syria, seeing the YPG as an affiliate of PKK. The Turkish leadership is also suspicious about the US growing closeness with Greece. Turkey's decision to acquire the Russian-made S-400 missile defense systems in December 2017 led to Ankara's removal from the US-led F-35 fighter jet program in 2019. Yeah, but why did they get those? They don't really say it. Why did they say that? Because the Americans didn't want to give them Patriot. That's why it was. Even though in the Middle Eastern nation invested $1.4 billion in it, Washington also froze the sale of F-16 fighters to Turkey. For its part, the Turkish presidency of defense industries did not rule out in October 2021 that it would reverse the deal with the US and buy Russia's Sukhoi-35 and Sukhoi-57 fighters instead. Well, it's always the danger that you give your weapons, most advanced weapons, to these guys, and then the next day those guys, your enemies, competitors, partners, show up and they look what you got over there, and vice versa. It's always been like this. It always will be like this. I know that from direct experience. As a child, my father worked for a company. He was the director of that company, and they were doing business with Americans in a communist time. Can you imagine that? Yeah, with the Americans, because they were making deals. They were cooperating, the Soviets, with Americans, even Romanians. So anyway, these guys were bringing the Americans, it was Felix computers. Look at those. Felix computers, they were bringing to this company, when my dad was whatever, and they were bringing computers. Those computers like a big, like a, how should I say, like a big, like 1 meter wide and 2 meter tall, with those, I can't remember how you call them, they were turning, and they would, for data, anyway. So they were having, I've been to that, and I've seen them. I've been in the big, it was a hall where they had all these computers room at that time, computers in the 80s, 80, remember, 80, 89, 88, they were like that. So they were doing business with the Americans, and after the Americans were doing maintenance to that, so from time to time they were coming to take care of them. So these Felix computers, yeah, after they were implanted in the company, in the business, the Americans left. In 2 days, the Soviets were showing up with magnifying glasses and all that, and they were opening and all that. And the Americans knew that, and the Soviets knew that. That's the way it was. And it was with some goddamn computers, like as I said, like a fridge, big as a fridge. That's how big they were, deep and all that. So, what about Sukhoi? Not 35. 35 is not that. I mean, it is, but it's not. But then you got now Sukhoi, whatever that is, 57, whatever it is. Is it? Where is that? I think it's 57 right here. Yeah, Sukhoi 57. So I understand that. And the same with S-400s and F-35s. You send them over there, they can figure things out. Not only the Russians, but technological spying is right there. U.S. policies. Yeah, U.S. policies in Iraq and Syria have always undermined Turkey's national security. Under President Erdogan, Turkey has been able to defy these policies, which in fact resulted in the July 15, 2016 coup attempted by Washington, end quote. See? So that's why Erdogan also doesn't love the right here. That's how he got it. Demiradas noted, and I'm quoting, NATO has never met Turkey's security needs due to USA's recklessness in the Middle East. Turkey has suffered greatly and saw little to no help from NATO. This prompted Turkey's rapprochement with Russia. The only reason Turkey is staying in NATO is to prevent other members from taking action against it. The moment Turkey leaves NATO, Southern Cyprus and Israel will become members surrounding Turkey. On the other hand, Turkey is a serious military power NATO wouldn't want to lose. Yeah? The forthcoming general elections in Turkey, scheduled for May, could significantly change the balance of power in the region in case Erdogan is defeated. He's not going to be defeated because he's going to take care of the numbers. I don't think he's going to lose anyway, but even if that would be the case, I don't think he would just leave. Turkey's opposition coalition is presented by 6 parties which are attempting to agree on a candidate to challenge the incumbent president. Everyone, according in Washington and Brussels, is waiting for the May elections in Turkey. If Erdogan wins, which I believe is very likely, the US-Turkey rupture will likely get deeper. I have always said that the US is losing Turkey the way it lost Iran, which was one of its greatest allies in the 60s and 70s, the Miradas concluded. True, and very true. Very true. Everything started with, not everything, everything culminated with that coup in 2016. And according to some information that were available and still is available right now, supposedly the Russians kind of helped Erdogan, but those were just hearsay, and he said that, and blah, 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 blah. And anyway, that was something that Erdogan will never forget. And from then on, he just jumped on Putin's, or at least he said, okay, these guys are here to really get me, so I'm done with you guys. You wanted to really take care of me? I don't think so. So yeah, everything that these guys made sense, because the fact that Israel and Cyprus do not join NATO is because they know that Turkey will oppose it. But if you got the right person as a president and weasels in the parliament of Turkey, you're going to have that passed. No problem with that. So, but Erdogan is not going to be eternal, or he's not going to live forever. He's going to be dying at one point. He's going to be pushed aside at one point. He's going to lose an election at one point. There's going to be another guy, and the other guy is going to be probably one that was already trained in college in the United States of America and educated in the US. And then comes to his own country, like Saakashvili comes into his own country, and he's going to be like, all the doors will be open for him, put in front of everybody else, and he's going to be the new president. And then he's going to start a war against Russia. South Ossetia, let's put it this way. I'm talking about Saakashvili. So, we'll see. Erdogan is not an idiot, that's for sure. And I think that 2016, if he needed more to be convinced about things, certainty, that sealed for him. No, done with those guys. I don't know. Putin so far did not him. So I don't know. I'm not saying he is not waiting, but Putin is not an idiot and knows that where Erdogan is right now. How many times did Erdogan meet Vladimir Putin? 50,000 times. How many times did Erdogan meet a US president? One time? I'm talking directly, not in the middle of United Nations on the hallways. Hey, what's up, buddy? Or the toilet. Not like that. One time, I think? I think that Erdogan and what's his name? Trump met like that. I don't think Erdogan met this, But this guy is dangerous because he plays. I think he's got problems. He's old, whatever. I don't think he's all there. That's the danger that I think he's not only, oh, poor Biden. How do you think this guy succeeded in life as a politician in this weasel political system? By being dumb, as this guy said that he's dumb? I don't think so. I don't think he's dumb. He might be dumb in not knowing shit, but he's a yes man. When those guys call, yes. When those guys call, I will do it. And he does it in his stupid way, but and that's criminal. That's criminal if you think of it. That's why I'm concerned with this guy that is on who pays highest. I'll be on that person's side. And the fact that now, let's say, Biden is not feeling well, and he's not recognizing that, and his Dr. Jill Biden Still, oh no, he's okay. You got the medics who come and tell that he's okay, which we all can see he's not okay. And the doctor said, yeah, he underwent or undergone a medical examination. He's still okay. He's been doing great. You should lose your freaking license. I mean, I can see, and with my little knowledge that I have in medicine, psychology, and other areas, I can tell you right away, the guy is not there. He doesn't have stamina, he doesn't have this, he's not conscious all the time, he's losing it, he's got speech impediments from time to time. That means cognitive somewhere don't make contact from time to time, and that's the leader of the free world, and they will not quit. They were not saying, you know what, for the benefit of the United States, I can't do it. Because I love this country, I'm going away. Kamala, you come with me. You know, I'm going to take over because you're dumber than I am. So let's go. But no, they still are over there. And the next one is going to be a guy in coma. That's how it's going to be. Next U.S. president is going to be a guy who's in coma, and he's going to be, I don't know, somehow some people are going to make decisions, telepathic or whatever. I think he says this. Yeah, I think he said yes on that one. His wife, or I don't know, who knows, whatever. This is the state of democracy in the United States of America. That's why I love democracy. I love it. Like this, it can be improved. It can be improved, or at least gotten back to at least to what it was, I don't know, many years back. What is right now, it's right in your face. Well, campaign contributions. In anything else, that would be called bribery. But here is campaign contributions. Really? But it's all legal, it's all fine. If I want to be a candidate, you got about like $200 million. For what? To be a dog catcher? That's the level with that money. $200 million, I will go and run for a dog catcher in the neighborhood. The CEO of a dog catcher. I'm laughing, but I'm furious. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.